Yeah,
That's
it was
super funny.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Megaplex. I also I met I forget what the name of the magazine was, but it was like the weird like nudie magazine. I forget.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, I literally just saw them on Twitter the other day. Oh, I forget their name. But yeah, it's like they do the nude suit photos.
Yeah, and
they were in the artist alley. Yeah.
I forget who they are, but one of the people who were staying with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I met them, and they seemed chill, and I got to meet a couple of them. They all seemed really cool. He had a bottle of Jeppson's Malort, and I don't know if you know anything about Jeppson's Malort. It's like a very gross whiskey. It's like if whiskey went sour. And I've had it before, so I was like, nope, I'm good. But my friend Juan was like, I'll try Jeppson's Malort, and I'm like, all right, it's your funeral.
All right, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that guy was fun. He gave us mushrooms. That was
Nice.
a wild event.
Oh my god, dude, cons are just something else.
I was sitting on a couch in just like the middle of the con floor, just tripping balls on my phone, like I need to go back to my hotel room.
You're like, what are all these colorful animals doing in this hotel? Like, just high out of your mind.
That was so funny too. I had a staff member walk up to me and go, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm just on drugs." And they went, "All right."
Alright. Just walks off. That's so funny.
I have that effect on people. Normal things that would get people kicked out at cons. I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing this. And they're like, oh, okay.
Alright, sure.
I still never have an intro for this. You think after 4 years of brainstorming, I'd figure this out. But
so, like, what's the, like, podcast name? Because I've done, like, 2 or 3 different podcasts. It never, like, kicks off or, like, never, like, for me at least, it never, like, kicked off or I'd never continued with it. Yeah. I've done, like, maybe 4 for the one and then 1 for the other.
Well, it's known as Smoke Stop Podcast. Its original intention was, like I said, I have terrible social anxiety, so I started this podcast to just meet other people.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And develop long-lasting friendships. And,
hell yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So, like, your intro, like, I don't know, like, hello, welcome to Smoke Stop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like...
That's what I normally do.
Who we smoking with today? No.
Well, that's the thing. So, I forgot to edit that email. I quit smoking, finally.
Oh, nice, congrats.
It's like my one big achievement in life. I was like, I'm gonna quit smoking. And it was absolute hell, because I tried to quit cold turkey first, and that was just, no. I had to call off work. I was like, I need to go to the hospital.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Yeah, my dad does, like, chewing tobacco, so, like, the stuff that you put in your gums. He stopped cold turkey for a year, and then he got back into it, but, like,
good old Copenhagen wintergreen.
Yep, absolutely. A skull, mint, or whatever.
That lip in.
Literally, yeah. Oh my gosh, my whole life is that. So funny. But...
yeah.
You know what's really fucked up about that? Like, he puts it, like, on his left side, right? When he goes to the dentist, they said his gums and his teeth on that side, beautiful, perfect. Like, nothing wrong, no cavities, nothing. The other spots he never puts it, that's where it had the issue. And I'm like, that is so weird. Like, that's super weird.
Well, it is like sandpaper in your mouth.
Yeah, no, I would.
It's like sandpaper that tastes like raisins and mint.
Yeah, no thanks.
Because as a person who used to be a tobacco connoisseur,
yeah.
Because there was a cigar bar that was local to me, so I would just go there and smoke cigars. And I got to talk to some of the people, and I'm like, yeah, I love cancer. How do I get more of it? And they were like, oh, it's really easy.
Oh my gosh. Step right up. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
I
did a lot of tobacco.
No, that's fair. I guess real quick, like, obviously you said, like, no political stuff. That's fine. I don't want to talk about that either. Keep the cursing to a lowdown, probably.
So you can curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, like, the YouTube thing where it's, like, in the first, like, 2 minute or 2 minutes or something, you're not supposed to, like, drop any, like,
this for fun. YouTube revenue.
Yeah.
I don't
hardly knew her.
This week.
Literally.
Yeah, but welcome to the Smoke Stomp podcast. It's been 4 years since I've done this, and I'm still winging it. I have no idea what I'm doing, and we'll figure it out from here.
Hell yeah.
I'm joined today
Isn't that...
with Riot, Running Riot.
Hello.
Running Riot.
Isn't that just,
4798.
Yeah, isn't that just all of life, though? Just winging it?
I mean, yeah.
So, I guess, I don't know. What do you want our first topic to be? Maybe like...
I don't know. I didn't write a script.
No, that's fair. Like, when I used to do the podcast, my friends and I would like come up with like a list of like what we talk about, and then we kind of just run out of it. So I think it's better to just like roll with it, right?
Oh yeah.
Just go with it. I guess like a good maybe like a good starting point is like introduce ourselves and like talk about maybe like where we're from, what we do, you know, what we want to do
right
with our lives, you know, all that fun stuff. I'll let you go first.
Well, I don't.
Unless you want me to make the starting example here.
Yeah, I suck at things.
Alright. No, that's fair. I'll go ahead. So, hi, I'm Riot, as he said. I am originally from New Jersey. Was born there and lived between the Delaware, so Pennsylvania and Jersey, back and forth between there. My family, half of my family's from Jersey, half's from PA. I lived there up until I was about 12. Then I moved to Florida because my dad hates snow. So we lived there for about 10 years, and then 3 years ago, I moved out of Florida, moved up to Indiana, and that's where I'm at now.
Midwest gang.
Yeah.
Cooper Tom's from New Jersey.
Yeah. There's so many Skulldogs that I know from New Jersey, just in general. I know he's not a Skulldog, but like, yeah.
Damn, I need to move to fucking New Jersey, apparently. What am I doing?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
What, I can't, I shouldn't move to the armpit of the United States, as it's jokingly called?
Yeah. I love Jersey. It's my home place. Like, that's home. I grew up, like, Long Beach Island, which is, like, the island, the coast portion of it. Like, my grandma had a beach house and stuff. I grew up there, so I love it for my childhood memories, but God, is that place as something else. Jersey is Jersey, and if you're from Jersey, shout out you guys are the real G's.
Oh yeah.
But oh my gosh, bless your heart for living there.
Well, my name is Stony. I'm from Michigan.
Nice.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. I think Michigan has a furry con, right?
Yeah.
Motor City Fur Con.
Motor City Fur Con. It's in a Ypsilanti.
Yeah. That's a
mouthful to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of cities like that. Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie, Tequanamon.
Nice.
Kitchikiki.
Somebody just keyboard smashed.
Well, I think it's the town name. Like, I forget the 3 major Native American tribes that are up here. It's Ottawa, Chippewa, and Pottawa, I think. But I think they're all just crazy Native American names.
Yep, we had a couple street names like that.
And they try to pronounce it. They're like, yeah, they're going to Sault Ste. Marie, and I'm like, no.
No.
You're going to Sault Ste. Marie. We're going to Mackinac Island. No, you're going to Mackinac.
No, you're not. Yeah, we had a couple of roads like that in Florida too. There was a road that was in the town that I lived in, or like lived near, called Pikalakahaka Avenue. So people abbreviated it to just PK Avenue because nobody could pronounce it. It was such a long name. That like street sign was so long.
Oh, that's like people trying to pronounce. What was that fat Hawaiian musician? His last name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember.
I know
the
people
name,
just
though.
abbreviated it to Iz, but it was like Israel Kamak or something.
Yeah, like a super long name that's like all mashed together.
Oh yeah.
That's always so funny. Like if you've lived in an area for a long time and you know how to pronounce it. Like in Florida, for example, again, Kissimmee. People would say Kissimmee. That is how people pronounce it when they don't live there. But if they've lived there, it's Kissimmee. So it's just funny to see how people pronounce things.
Oh yeah.
And even Jersey and PA is like that. You have Reading, which is spelled like reading. So it's a fun thing to see, like, you know, you can tell if somebody's not from the area or not.
Oh yeah. So when did you get involved in this community of
Oh boy,
silly people?
of silly creatures. So I definitely started a lot more in high school. So to give you perspective, I graduated in 2016.
God, you're so
that
old.
is
No, I'm
like,
joking.
yeah, no, literally. God, it's just like almost 10 years ago at this point. But I basically, you know, made a Twitter account and just started following like a bunch of artists. And I've always loved animals. I've loved like cartoons, stuff like that. So I just started following all these artists, which happened to be furries. I wanted to create a mascot of some sorts for my YouTube channel, so I came up with Riot here. A little bit of design changes, but mostly all of it is the same look as how they originally looked. Just slight like tweaking of the design.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was mostly like high school, so I'd say like about 2012 is about when I really dove into it. So my first furry con was Megaplex in 2019. So, and you know, I couldn't go back the next year because COVID.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was such a fun time, and it was one of the cons, and one of the only cons I've been to just like going by myself, because I'd usually take friends.
Right.
Because the friend group I had at the time weren't furries. They didn't like furries, you know, and I wanted to know more about it. I wanted to get into it more. I had a couple people I knew that were going. And yeah, I hopped in, and it was honestly one of the best cons I've ever been to. Like,
I will
up
say,
to that point,
Megaplex was definitely a lot of fun. FWA is fun too. I love how ratchet it is.
Dude, it is so ratchet in
It's
Atlanta.
so fun.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great way to describe it. We went not this year, but last year. Getting to Atlanta sucked. Getting up to our hotel room sucked. Like, getting out of Atlanta sucked. Like, I didn't really have a great time at Furry Weekend last year. This year, it went from, I think it was 10K in 2023, and then 2024, this year, it went up to 15K people. That hotel and the Overflow Hotel cannot handle that many people at this point. It was
very funny to watch the hotel staff or like con staff be like, "Hey, you can't use this elevator." I just imagine like the really like poor fat fur having to climb up like 17 flights of stairs.
Yeah, dude, I think we were on like the 23rd. I did it. I did the stairs, and I actually like was done for the rest of the night.
You just
I couldn't do it.
That. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, can't do anything. My husband ended up basically paying the people that bring the luggage up to your room to be in the elevator with him to take him and the luggage up, because we actually, like, as soon as we got there, we couldn't get on the elevators. The lines were like that long, and we had to bring all of our stuff up to the room, and it was terrible. So definitely get there super early, and definitely get there on a low floor if you can get it like a super low
definitely
floor.
A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed. I was not staying at the. Was it the Hyatt?
Hyatt. I think the Hyatt's the main.
I was staying at the Days Inn that was down the road, like a 15-minute walk.
Oh my gosh,
and my friend Cad, who was in fursuit, I felt so bad for him walking in like 100-degree heat.
Dude, Florida heat. I don't know how people full suit to begin with. I mean, I have one now, and I've only done it a couple times. I'm sweating instantly. But in Florida, humidity, oh my gosh, you're insane.
I noticed that. Is that why you don't wear your full suit that often?
I literally made it. It was a little bit right before Anthrocon, so I'd say that would have been around June. I think Anthrocon was in. So I wore it once there. I wore it once at Furdell, because I just went there, and then I had my friend wear it at Megaplex. I didn't even put it on at Megaplex. My friend wasn't even sweating in it. It was so funny. It was me, I had my camera because I was like live streaming him running around in it, and we had somebody come up to me in like this, or come up to my friend in the suit, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Riot," and then they look to their right, and then I'm standing right there, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're not Riot," and they're like in my full suit. It was so funny. But it's also really like interesting to me that people also know what I look like outside of my suit too. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool, I guess. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I plan to wear it at. I'm going to MFF as my next one. And it's nice and cold up in Chicago and really windy too. Like the kind of icy windiness that like cuts right through you, no matter how much you're wearing.
Yeah, I'd love to go to MFF,
so
but I despise Chicago O'Hare. I hate that fucking airport so much. That's the worst airport in the planet.
We get there like super early because we like going to MFF. I feel like that's our like every year con now because it's only like 2 hours away from us, so that's our close one. Besides for like Indie FurCon, which I staff for. But yeah, MFF is nice, and we get there very early, so like a day or two before the con even begins to open up, and like before the convention center opens up, and we stay a little bit after because there's such a flood of people coming in and out. It's kind of nice to just sit back and relax and watch everybody roll in while you've already been there for a day or two, and then roll out when you still have a couple days left.
Right.
You know? You don't have to worry about like rushing out and waiting on that elevator, and it's just nice to kind of take downtime before and after, because it's a lot of work moving all that stuff, like all the suit boxes, the suitcases, if you got a table or a booth, all the merch.
Oh yeah,
we do that a lot.
I imagine too, if you're taking a flight, the baggage fee has to be stupid.
Yeah, I went from Indianapolis airport to the Boston airport for Anthem New England this year. I think it was like $200 extra for because my suitcase will fit my entire suit, and I fit some of my clothes in there, but I also brought a backpack as well.
Right.
The suitcase to put it under the plane was like an extra $200. It was like, it's insane. So if you can fit everything in one big suitcase, yeah, then you're good to go.
Yeah, and is the Indiana airport that you go to, is it like a smaller like airport, or is it like a full size, like large, like they have modern day Boeings?
No, it is like a big commercial airport, but honestly, out of every airport I've ever been to, I think I like Indianapolis the best because it's super easy. There's an A and B terminal, and it's nice and open. It's not usually super crowded, and it's not in the middle of the city. It's like way out. It's like outside of Indianapolis, so it's like you're not flooded with like city traffic. So like when I flew into Boston, the Boston airport was directly in the city. The second you walk out of the terminal area, there's like the buses to take you into the city, and like everything's super crowded. And you know, in the car on the way back when I had to get dropped off, you had to drive up to your gate, and the second you walked in those doors, you were standing in line going to security. And I'm like, that is so weird, but I mean, I guess Boston's been around a lot longer, and it's just a huge city and a big airport, so
I would imagine
it's really
too,
fun to see
like
that.
your plane ticket isn't like stupid crazy. With the baggage fees, it's probably getting further up there.
I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like that flight was anywhere between like $300 or $400 with all the baggage and the, you know, going both ways and all that. So it wasn't like awful, but it wasn't great.
And then there's me, who lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and has to go to like a really small. I literally have to go to a small airport that has like 20-year-old design aircraft, like ones that would just fall out of the sky if they stopped working.
Oh my gosh. See, when I used to live up in Pennsylvania, we used to go out of Trenton Airport, and that was literally the tiniest, smallest little airport. And you had to, like, when you were boarding the plane, you had to walk outside, rain or shine, up the little, like, it was a staircase, like, outdoor staircase, into the plane, like, door, and then into the plane. And the planes were a lot smaller, too, so, but, and Trenton was literally, you walked in the doors, you went through security, and then you walk down the stairs and there was one terminal. Yeah. That was it. Like, and you were just sitting there with everyone else, so such a different experience with all the different airports.
We have our airport that's local to us it's called the Traverse City Airport. It's, I think, one terminal with maybe 5 or 6 gates.
Nice.
So it's super small. And Yeah, I end up having to drop like 600, 700 bucks just to
Oh
go
my
to
gosh.
It's
Yeah,
really funny.
that sounds about right, because I was trying to get up to, I think it was Vacation Land in Maine this year, but they wanted like 600 plus for the flight, and I'm like, ooh, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
And you're flying economy, right? I would assume it's economy.
yeah. Yep, so like anything like Frontier, Delta, even Spirit, like I'm not really loyal to any like specific airline. I'll just take the cheapest flight. Whatever gets me there.
I got that Delta loyalty.
Nice. Delta's good though.
Yeah.
Like I've never had an issue with Delta.
My flight to FW, I had to go to Traverse City, then to Detroit, then Detroit to Atlanta. And
Oh my God, the
Detroit to Atlanta flight, we were on a 737 AMAX. That's the one that like
Yeah.
nosedived. And the entire time,
no!
I was freaking out. I was just like, I do
Oh
not
my
want to be on this
gosh.
plane. One of the flight attendants was like, "Are you okay?" And I explained to them like, "Yeah, I just don't like Boeing." And they were like, okay, 1 sec. And they come back with an entire bottle of wine.
No way!
And
Oh
they're
my
like,
God.
"Here, take this." I went, "Oh, thank you."
Thank you.
How much do I?
At
How much
least
does
if I
this
die, I'm
cost?
gonna go drunk. Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, it's free." So I'm like, "Oh, it's free? Oh, thank God." I drank that
Oh
entire
my
bottle
God.
of wine. I land in Atlanta. I'm shit-faced. I'm walking
That's
around Atlanta
amazing.
airport, like drooling on myself, like.
Honestly, that's pretty normal for everybody.
I think there was like an Applebee's or something inside Atlanta airport or some restaurant. And
yeah.
I go in there and I'm like ordering food.
I don't think I've ever flown into Atlanta airport, and I'm not sure I want to.
It's fun. I will say Atlanta airport's. So Atlanta airport is an okay airport.
Yeah.
The way I kind of like group airports, the airport's good, but the people who are in the airport are just awful people. Or the airport's bad and the people who are in it are super nice. So like McNamara which is the Detroit airport, it's super good airport. It's literally 2 terminals that are just like a mile long.
Yeah.
So you just, walk like 4 football fields to your gate or whatever.
No, that's exactly how Indianapolis is. It's like A, walk this way for a mile, B, walk this way for a mile.
Yeah, where then Atlanta's airport is the same thing, but I think it's just like 1 terminal that's just like fucking 5 miles long.
Oh my gosh.
So with the
I
Atlanta,
feel like Philadelphia's like that.
Oh yeah. It's they're fun airports. The people there are
something.
Ruthless. My friend Cad, it was my first con experience, and it's the first time I've traveled like by myself, like out of state, and and it was a great start. I was hammered, just gone, and we're walking just like a mile down to get to like the exit or whatever.
Bro, that probably felt like a walk to you after you're shit-faced. Just trying to walk that far.
They have those like conveyor belts.
Yes.
I was trying to walk on those. I almost fell like 5 times.
Oh my God. You're like, why am I moving so fast?
We're walking down, and this huge woman's just like, "One side." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
All right.
And my friend Kat just looks at me and goes, "The Atlanta wildlife." I'm like, "Bro, that's so fucking mean."
Oh my God. Hey, no, like I lived in Florida. You got Florida Man, you got the tweakers, you got everybody.
Yeah,
it's entertainment. Yeah. Oh, you're right.
I love Florida Man.
Oh yeah. You go to like any Florida Walmart, you have like unlimited entertainment. Like it's so good.
Oh yeah, I love Florida. Megaplex was a lot of fun. I only had one odd experience when we were walking back. It was the last day of the con. We were walking back to the Days Inn, and these 2 goobers were sitting in like a shitbox, like Durango or it was some blacked out shitbox vehicle, and they were chucking water at people. That were walking back, just being assholes. And they chucked water at Cad, and I went into like instant parent mode. I was like, "Get out of the fucking car!" I was ready to throw hands.
Yeah. So get down! Oh
and they were flipping us off, going like, "Fuck you!" They drove off, and I'm like, "Okay, well, Florida."
Yep. Florida, yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the area for Megaplex is good though, because there's so many food options and like so many hotels, and there's so much to do right in that little area. Like Orlando's pretty great.
Oh yeah,
Like out of all the major cities I've been to, like Orlando, awesome. I'd actually live in Orlando. Yeah. I hate major cities though. So.
I destroyed the IHOP that was connected to the Days Inn. They did not want me in
awesome.
the IHOP.
Was it like a 24/7 IHOP?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's always the best. We end up doing like midnight IHOP trips up here with our friend group every so often. It's just it's the weirdest thing, but it's so good. You just get like pancakes at midnight, whatever.
This is also going to be a recurring bit, awkward silence, because I don't know how to continue conversations.
Oh, you're good, you're good. I guess let's talk about, like, I guess what we do, rather for a living or just, like, for fun. So,
I work at a gas station.
Nice. I bet you see a lot of fun people and have funny.
Yeah, I love watching power gamblers blow their entire paycheck on scratch-off tickets. They're
or like some
I
guy
have to pay
walking.
child support this week, but you know that million for life is really calling my name.
Just rubbing their hands together, like, oh yeah.
We have this woman who literally blows like $500, and I think at most I've seen her get back is like $400. I'm like, stop gambling. It's not good for you.
Oh, like my grandma will buy lottery tickets every so often. Maybe like, I don't know, $50, like for like, you know, Christmas. Like she'll get us all like little lottery tickets and whatnot. But like, I don't think she's ever won anything like super, super meaningful. I guess. Right. Like I've won like a $20 thing off a scratch off she get for us, but it's like not. I don't know. I don't feel like it's worth it. But I bet you also get people like going in there for like, do you guys have the crypto machines or whatever in there?
We do not. Our gas station is like small mom and pop shop. I think it's owned by Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong though. But
nice.
Yeah, it's been open since like the 60s.
Oh, nice.
And the original owner, he passed away in like 2000, and then it got transferred to a newer guy who's my current boss. I love my job. I love the people I meet there, but like, you after a while you start to forget how to talk to people, and you'll just have the regulars that come in, and you see them and you're like, oh, pint of Bacardi, Marlboro Red.
Yep, you just instantly, like, the memory is just working.
And then it's just like, well, the first thing you normally say is, hi, how are you?
Oh, the usual. Oh, that's funny.
But in general, though, I'm a musician. That's always been what I've studied to do.
Hell yeah. I've played to start it off, my family, or my mother, she was one of those moms that didn't want us sitting around doing nothing for the summer during summer break. Yeah. So she made us pick up a sport, an instrument, something to do. She'd send my brothers to like summer camp, whatever it may be. So I ended up doing like basketball, field hockey, soccer. I did piano, which my piano teacher was blind, which was pretty cool.
Modern day Ray Charles.
I did, literally. I did guitar for a while, so I have like 4 electric guitars just sitting around that I haven't touched in a while. I have one that I'm like building. I still need it's part of like my or going to be a part of like Riots, one of Riot's like props for like at a con or something like that, just because it's cool looking.
Oh, that's cool.
But obviously we've done. Did you do recorder in school?
I did.
Did everyone get the hot cross buns? Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, music is super fun. There was one year that I got FL Studio and I made music for a year, and then I haven't done it since. Something in me clicked. I did a bunch of music and then I stopped. And then like I haven't gone back to it since.
Some of them are on your YouTube, right? Because I think I listened to a couple of them.
Yep, yeah. There's some of them, they're so bad. Some of them are so bad. But there's like some of them that I actually like enjoy listening to.
They're not all bad.
And I can't believe I made this. That's kind of cool. But like some of them you can tell like I was figuring out FL Studio, so the timing was off and like the beats weren't like the what is that?
The syncopation.
The tempo.
And the tempo.
Yes, yeah. Yep, the tempo wasn't right. But yeah, no, it was music's fun.
I love music. I'm a.
Mm.
What kind of music do you listen to? Are you a metalhead?
I was just gonna ask you the same question. Yes, absolutely. Metalhead, heavy metal, thrash metal. You can thank my dad for that. It's all I listen to. New metal, like anything
Oh, you're
with
like
a little
Limp
electric
Bizkit?
guitar.
You like
I
Fred Durst?
love Limp Bizkit. Yes, dude. Like unironically, yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I ended up going to a Static X concert this
I saw that.
February. Yeah, so good. I think Dope was also playing with them. Seven Dust, a couple other like smaller bands, I guess. Super fun. I went with my dad because that's like what he used to do, and I was like, I want to like go to a concert with you because you showed me metal music, and I want to like do this with you. So that was super fun.
I'm very thankful I got to meet Wayne Static before he passed away. He was a very
Did
nice
you really?
human. Yes.
Oh,
so,
that's so awesome.
When you are a musician in Michigan, this is a funny thing. All Michigan musicians stick together. So like you'll see Eminem hanging out with like Ted Nugent, and then Ted Nugent hanging out with Bob Seger, and then Bob Seger. Like the line goes on forever. If you're a musician and you live in Michigan, you just know everyone.
Yeah.
So
that's so awesome though.
I was hanging out with a buddy of mine who was like, "Yo, you want to go hang out with Ted Nugent?" And I was like, "The guy who wrote Cat Scratch Fever," and he goes, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right, cool."
Alright, sure. Like a casual day.
And then we jammed a little bit, and that was fun. And then we took a trip to Florida, and I guess he was playing a gig at the time. Because I was like, shit, he died in 2011, so I had to have been like, I was stupid young. I had to have been like 8 or 9. Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a youngin'. Young and dumb. That's what I am. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think I have a picture of it somewhere.
Oh my god, if you do, you absolutely should send it. Like, that's awesome. What's funny, so my dad showed me Static X. We were just kind of like flipping through music videos and like sitting in the living room.
What's your favorite
and, like,
Static X
showing
song?
Ooh. I need to pull up like the Spotify to look at the list. Yes. But I got into Static X because of my dad, and I was listening to him for a while, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and I wanted to do like a little bit more research on it, and I was like, holy shit, he's dead! Like, I didn't realize the main singer's like dead. I was like, oh shit.
That's how I felt about Pantera. I was like, man, this is a really cool band. I'm like, oh, the guitarist was shot on stage. That sucks.
Oh no! Oh my god, I did not know that. I actually was gonna go to when we went to the Static X concert, the Pantera concert was the night before, and my dad was like, oh, we should have went to that one. So I think Pantera or Limp Bizkit is gonna be the next concert we go to.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm like.
Yeah, now I got your thinking
like
cap
looking,
on.
I'm looking. There's a couple that just hit really well. I think Sweat of the Bud.
Oh yeah.
That one, just like the beat, like it gets your like head bobbing. Like it's really good.
I love Dirt House. Dirt House was a really solid one.
Yes. Oh man.
Hearing his voice is just I love Wayne Static's voice because it's such a like. It's almost like really saturated.
Yeah.
Like he plugged a microphone into like a guitar amp and then put like a distortion pedal on.
Yeah. I just love the grunginess, like of the thrash music. It's just like the music that makes you get your head banging. Like that's good shit.
Mm-hmm. What kind of music do you play, if you still do?
I really haven't picked it up in a while. What I would do, obviously I took guitar lessons, so I played enough to know like the chords, just whatever. I can't read music too well, so I'd actually play by sound. Yeah. God.
Most modern musicians can't read music.
Yeah. So I honestly would sit there and just like play it by sound. So I figured out how to do like Thunderstruck. Like that, like the beginning, like that really fast thing. It's actually not that hard.
Yeah.
But just playing it by sound. I honestly just playing like heavy metal, rock, that stuff, that sort of thing. Right. So I haven't really like done my own original on my guitar, I should say. I just haven't touched the guitars, honestly, like much at all. So we live like in an apartment. It's I really want to get back to it. Yes.
Or whatever.
Just like, say. I don't know. Thinking about like singing or playing and just like like up on a stage kind of thing. That sounds so fun. Like just getting into it, because you just kind of like you get angry. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just like you get really into it, and that just sounds super cool. Dude, and like imagine doing that, but like in a suit head though too. Dude, just like a Skulldog up there. Yes.
That is literally my dream.
Yes, I think that's so cool. Have you been to or have seen the Static X concerts with Zero, like the new guy?
I haven't. I've seen YouTube clips of it. He seems cool.
Oh yeah, no, even my dad was like, he doesn't sound exactly like him, which obviously not like Wayne, because you know he's not going to, but he's actually like a friend of his, like a longtime friend of his.
Right.
And honestly, I like how Zero sounds too. Like not saying like any more than Wayne, but like I think he's like got a really cool like tone.
Mm.
And when you see it in concert, it's super cool because he also has like those LED lights, right? Like in that mask, kind of like how I do with the Skulldogs. So the lights in the concert hall will shut off, so it's like black. Nothing. You see nothing except the 2 red eyes right up on stage, and I think that's the coolest fucking shit ever. It's like, oh shit, there he is. Look, the 2 red lights. Everything else is pitch black.
I just imagine.
And I thought like that got the chills running. Like I got like goosebumps seeing that.
I just imagine that, and then just hearing "He's a loser."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then it just the lights go up. You're like, oh.
Yep. And then they start like strumming on the guitar again. Oh, it's so good. The lighting, the choreographing, like all that stuff, that is so good with concerts, and that's something I never really got to experience because honestly, Static X, I wouldn't say it's my first concert. I've been to, if you know Ninja Sex Party, like from Game Grumps, like that. Those people, I've been to their concerts before. Really great, super fun. It's been a really long time, but that was my first concert, I guess, if you want to consider them.
My like first concert was I always like telling this joke because it's funny. My first concert was me. I played a
Was you? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
That band.
Yeah, I think that'd be super fun.
I loved playing live music, but that band sucked. I still have not gotten paid. I'm pissy about that.
Oh damn. See, I think that'd be super fun, but I also I feel like I would get like nervous in the sense of I'm gonna mess up the lyrics or like the playing in time or in tune, but I guess that's what practice is for. You know, I've never like done that sort of thing. I've done like with my guitar lessons, we did a concert, I guess if you want to call it, in front of like all the parents at the end of it all. So I got to pick like a song and play it in front of everybody, but it was like simplified. I think it was a 3 Days Grace song.
Oh,
I can't remember.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Mom. No, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but
like Not Too Late, Never Too Late.
It might have been actually. Yeah, I think I just liked the riff of that song, like the specific part of it, and that's why I was like, yeah, you know what, this one. And it also because it's not. I think I was not allowed to choose something that was too like metal, I guess, because I was playing on an electric guitar still, but I think I had to play on an electric acoustic, if you've ever seen one of those.
Yeah.
Like for the concert part itself, because if I walked up there with an electric guitar, everyone would have been like, whoa, what's going on?
It's getting hard, it's getting heavy.
Literally. But yeah, no, I definitely want to get back into it again when I can. I don't know. Just like they're literally like hanging up right behind me. I keep like looking over. So I was just like actually picking it up and playing something.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about music for like 30 minutes.
Nice. It's a good topic.
Well, then how long have you been making fursuits? I feel like that's a good question.
Ooh, that is a good question. So I started a little bit, let's see. I'd say 4 to 5 years ago on the minimal side. So I made a suit for, obviously I made Riot, and I started them in like 2018, but they've been a gradual project. Like I just finished the full suit this year. So if that like kind of gives perspective of like the gradual buildup of my skill and parts and pieces and stuff. I've really gotten into fursuit making though the past 2 years since I've moved up here, since I kind of have a little bit more freedom to, you know, live on my own here in a sense and like make stuff that I want to and not have to kind of like, not hide it away from my family, but kind of like skirt around the fact that it's furry. Not to say they know what furry is, you know? Like, they know I make
reminded me of something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead.
The first con that I went to FWA this year.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, can I get a ride to the airport? And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
What's it for? And I'm like, it's like a fishing convention or something. It's just lying right to her face.
A fishing convention? Oh my gosh.
She was like, all right, here's some money or something. I was like, okay. And then I got back and then she was like, so I did some research. And I went,
oh no!
Fuck.
No.
She was like, there's no fishing convention going on in Atlanta. And I was like,
oh fuck.
And she was like, did you go to a furry convention? I went, yes. She's like, okay.
Yes. Okay.
And then I just looked at her and I was like, I'm going to another one in Orlando. And she's like, cool, I'm not giving you a ride to the airport.
Nice. Oh my god.
I called my dad, who's like the sweetest person on the planet. I was like, Dad, I need a ride to Orlando. I think it's okay.
Okay. So I did some research.
It literally was like that. I'm sitting in the car driving back. She's like, so I did some research. And I'm just sitting there going, oh yeah. And in my head, I'm going, fuck.
That is so funny. I don't think my family has done that. I just tell them I'm going to a convention in, like, X place or whatever. So, like, Orlando, Chicago. I don't tell them what the name of the con is usually. I just tell them it's a con where people, like, dress up in costume. And they don't really, like, look at it. Yeah, they have fun. Like, that's literally it. And they know I sell stuff. They know I make stuff. I've sent them, like, suit heads that I've done. So a lot of the Skulldogs, I've literally brought, like, me and two others in my house since we were in Florida, at my parents' house, and we all held up our Skulldogs and, like, showed them. And they were like, oh, that's cool looking, or like, oh, that's spooky. They think it's like a Halloween costume. And you know what? That's fine. That's all they need to know. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
They know I make costumes. They know I make costumes for commissions. Like, they know I go in booth at these cons and make good money, and that's all they need to know. That's all they care. They're like, yeah, that's awesome.
That you make suits, because I almost completely forgot just again. I was like, I need to find a suit maker, and
here I am.
The magic.
Yes, that's so funny how that worked out. But yeah.
Wasn't the original like big Skulldog maker? Wasn't it Clockwork's Creatures or whatever?
They were
the one that made the. Do you know anything about like SCPs and stuff?
Yes, the Mallow.
Yeah,
that one.
That picture.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the suitor, but that's where that came from. It was made by Clockwork Creatures. They're like the original like, Skulldog people, and they've been on my list for like years. But I don't think they do it anymore, and I was like, fuck.
I'll have to look into that, because I've definitely seen that photo before, and I think that was like, even after I like made Riot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool, and then I started like researching like the SCP. I think it's like 1471 is Mallow, something like that. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've always liked skulls, dragons, stuff like that. So it kind of just like worked. But see, I don't know. I know like of a few Skulldog makers. Like, I think just for kicks. Is that the person's name? I don't know. There's a couple Skulldog makers I know out there. Autumn Wolf, which is actually the person who furred Riot before I started doing suit making, like just the head portion. But I more know of like people that are Skulldog, I want to call them icons, I guess, like people that are like, oh, I got a Skulldog because of you. So like Bastille the Butler, Lufer, Winged Wolf, the Mallow Suitor, like them, like they are all like super big inspirations for people getting skulls.
I think their character's name was like Brains the Zombie Werewolf or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh, no way.
It was something like that.
That's cool. Yeah, so, like, it's definitely, like, Skulldogs have definitely, like, blown up a lot. Like, there's been a lot more of them lately, and Florida's definitely one of the Skulldog hub areas, is what I'll call it, because Bastille is there, and Bastille has been a Skulldog for a good while, and he has inspired so many people to get Skulldogs.
They're the butler, aren't they?
Yeah, yep, they're the butler.
I could.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know. I know I follow Lufren on Insta.
Yeah, you see, you probably follow Bastille as well, because they're buddies. They're real good friends.
Yeah.
And obviously you saw at the Megaplex Skulldog meetup, they were both up there. So.
Were they? I didn't see Bastille. I saw Lufren, but then again, I was just like, my brain was shut off that entire thing.
No, that's fair. No, Bastille was out of costume. He wasn't in suit. He was the event photographer, because he's actually the photographer for Megaplex, or one of the photographers for Megaplex now.
Right.
But yeah,
I have that reminds me of that event. I saw the post of people like signing the poster.
Yeah,
and all the pictures, and I saw mine, and my mouth's just ajar, like wide open, because I have such poor eyesight. So I'm just like, I'm trying to sign my name on it. And my tremors were like just going crazy. I'm like,
it looks like chicken scratch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, doing that like in suit too was difficult. I tried to do it in suit as well, and like writing my name while also holding a camera and like in fursuit was interesting.
I think I may or may have not accidentally pulled like a. Do you know what it is to pull a John Hancock? It's when you like sign your name really big on something. Yeah, I think I accidentally pulled a John Hancock and signed my name way too big on it. Just like I'll take up all this real estate.
Yeah, why not? There's nobody else that's signing this, right? And then the line of people behind you.
That was funny too, because I finished signing my name and I'm just holding the pen behind me like, someone please take this.
Please. I don't want this anymore. Oh my gosh.
That was
No, Megaplex is definitely one of the most fun cons I've been to and have been a part of and attended and all that fun stuff. So, and we're running the Skulldog panel every year now because it is one of the biggest events there. And
yeah, I can't wait to go to it again. Yay!
Yeah. I don't know if you saw, but I made a suit that was given away.
Yeah, I did.
At the con. The Golden Skull Cat, which I have not heard from them or seen anything from them since that event. Which that's okay, because that happens. Like you'll make a suit and you'll never see or hear from the person ever again.
Yep.
So you're like, I wonder where that went. But it is a plan of mine to make a suit for that event every year. So,
awesome.
Because that's fun, that gets people in, and people that don't have a costume can get a costume.
Yay!
It was super nice too. So the guy who originally got pulled, he was one of my suits already.
Oh really?
And he walked up there and he's like, no, pull somebody else. And
that
of course, he pulled somebody else, and they didn't have a suit at all. And like that dude was shaking with excitement. Like he was so like overwhelmed and happy about it. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm shaking so much. I'm so like overwhelmed and happy right now that like I have a suit. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like I wish for that to happen every year.
The signed poster, the guy who ended up getting it.
Bastille.
Oh, that was Bastille?
Yeah, it was, Bastille. Because it was like a big thank you to him. So the whole thing is he has held the torch. We'll put that in like quotations of the Skulldog community for so long. He is not stepping down, but he is stepping to the side for others to take the torch and run with it. And that's why the Skulldog community is now like copyrighted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got it copyrighted, and the Megaplex Skulldog event is such a big event now, so it is going to be like one of the main focus events for Megaplex. Because it's just such a huge event, we literally get like one of the biggest rooms for it. And yeah, so we have that's the whole thing with Skulldogs though too, is like we are not a species owned by anyone. Anybody can be a Skulldog. Anybody, it doesn't have to be a dog, like it can be a cat,
skull animal,
or skull animal, skull creature,
roadkill.
But exactly, yeah. So that's like, I think that's what's so cool about the Skulldogs is like because nobody owns it and there is no like rules about the species. Like you just do what you want.
Circles or like mannequins.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You just do what you want, and that's so cool.
I will say. Have you ever? Is there like have you ever like had a species in like the community where you've just had nothing but bad experiences with them, and they're just
oh my god, let me get started. Oh my gosh.
Firmly confirm that every single Circle Sona I have met has just been the most pretentious asshole on the planet.
Dude,
and it is the
literally
funniest shit ever.
Oh my gosh. Like, I love how Circles look. I think they're cool. I don't have one myself. I don't think I will have one myself. But you're absolutely right. I've seen like YouTube videos where people are like, oh, I'm like stereotyping furry like species because it's like a fun like little cute video. They're like, oh, all cats are like cute and playful or whatever. But like, I dive more into it. Like, all dragons like collect things, right? They hoard like, I don't know, like coins or something like that. So they'll hoard, like in real life, them as a person, they'll hoard like a collection of something. Like, I just noticed that between species.
Yeah.
Like, no, like for like Skulldogs, most of us are metalheads. A lot of us like metal music, or like we like obviously dead things, or like dead theming and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's super fun to like look at it that way.
I remember.
And like you can like compare things with people with like that. Like, you're like, oh, I'm a Skulldog, you're a Skulldog, what else do you like? And that starts a conversation, you know? Yeah. That's fun.
I'll be brutally honest. I'm kind of a fake metalhead.
Aw, what's that?
So the way I love all music. From like, I'll listen to like death metal one day, then like the blues the next day, and then I'm listening to opera the next day, and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I love listening to metal music. I cannot play it worth for shit. I suck at playing metal music. So I've always loved the blues because it's such a very like, what's the word to describe it? It's very it makes
mellow?
You think.
Yeah, it gets your gut mind
mellow.
going.
It can be in your face too, especially like old school Buddy Guy from like the 1960s. That shit's just like, you're like, wow, and you're like, huh.
You're like, oh, well, I'm awake. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I get you. See, like now I'm kind of like, I can fall asleep to metal music too, because it's just something about like that nice consistent, like loud beat, I guess, or that loud like the guitar playing. Like I can kind of, I've actually fallen asleep to it before because it's just like relaxing somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But
I now have to have like, are you a person that has to have like noise when they fall asleep?
Like a fan.
Yeah, or like a running box fan or something.
Yeah, that fan that runs for 15 years straight. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I used to not be like that, and then I had years experience of either playing loud music, like live settings without wearing ear protection, or like,
oh my god.
My dad was a big gun guy growing up, so we would like, you know, shoot guns at like gun ranges, and I would never wear ear pro.
Oh my god.
Go deaf constantly.
Rest in peace, your
so
ears.
Now if I don't have that box fan, it's just like it's just instant tinnitus, like Call of Duty flashbang sound effect.
Literally, dude, after the Static X concert, I laid down on my parents' couch to go to sleep. It literally sounded like a flash grenade like went off. Like, I was like, it almost sounded like people were still like talking in my ear too, which was really weird. I was like, who the hell is like talking? But it was nobody. Everyone was asleep. I'm like, this is weird. But yeah, no, it literally sounded like a flash bomb went off. It was so funny. I like told that to my parents the next morning, and my mom's like, oh my god, are you okay? My dad's just like laughing. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, it was just like minor hearing loss, whatever.
Yeah. We lose hearing. We sacrifice things.
Dude, and I'm sorry, like going back to that concert, my dad was like, okay, are you gonna be the weird one there? Because you're 26, right? You're younger. And he's like 52 now. His birthday was just recently. He's like, or am I gonna be the odd one out? And to be completely honest, I was the odd one out. It was a lot of like old metalhead people, so like 50s and up. like the big hairband lady, you know, like the 80s hair ladies or whatever.
Yeah.
There was she was like a 70-year-old grandma. She was there. It was so funny. It was like a lot of older people. And I was like, that is so funny. I didn't expect, like, you know, a lot more people in like the 50s, 60s, 70s age to be there.
Well, that was that era.
You know,
they grew up with like, you know, back in the day, they had like Jimi Hendrix, and then they had Eric Clapton just like killing it, and then you had, you know, Led Zeppelin and Ozzy Osbourne coming in, and then after that, you had like Metallica, Megadeth, the Four Gods. Then you had the Four Gods of grunge coming in, all from Seattle. Like it's just, it's a constant state of evolution. Music is. Yeah.
I think that would have been so fun to like go to those old concerts too. Like my dad told me stories about he got on a train to go to Philadelphia to go to a Van Halen concert when he was like 10. And I'm like, dude, how do you do that? Like, there's no way. He snuck out of the house. Yeah, literally.
He's in an old boxcar getting ready to go see Van Halen.
Yeah, it was like literally him and his neighbor, and they snuck out and they got on a train. Like, they had somebody drive them out there. They got on the train to Philly or wherever it was they were going, probably Philly, and they saw the concert, got home, you know, got driven back to the house. Like, they got dropped off like way far away from the house so they could walk back without any like car noise, right? Snuck back into their rooms, went to school the next day. Like, I'm like, how did you do that and not get caught? Like, it was insane. But like, just thinking about that now, like a 10-year-old getting on a public train to go to Philadelphia, like, no, you'd be dead. There's no way. Like, how do you do that now?
Yeah,
the
classic stories of people, you know, riding the blinds in like an old boxcar to go play live music, or like start a career in music. They go from like Mississippi to Chicago.
It's crazy. Such a different time, like, for that.
Yeah, parents didn't care about their kids. They're like, yeah, polio will take one out eventually.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
the good old days.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of another question. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. Let's see, we went over
music for like 40 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. We went over who we are, what we're doing. What about what we want to do?
I want to play live
lives.
music at an event. I want to, you know, that's what I want to do.
Want to get to that point, yeah. I think for me, I want to be able to have a full-time remote job, that rather being like fursuit making or like making my own content for like a decent enough income.
Right.
That's like not sporadic. And being able to travel to
severely autistic and just shit post constantly. That's me.
Literally.
I'm so crazy.
Literally that, and being able to go to, I wouldn't say every convention, but like a big chunk of conventions constantly. Just basically convention hop and sell at these conventions to be able to like make that living, make that income, and just keep using that money to rotate through more cons and like travel, honestly, like travel the world, like travel to different, even just the conventions and stuff. Like that sounds super fun to me. I love traveling. My family, my dad, truck driver, he's been to every state, so I do a lot of traveling myself. My grandfather is a pilot, and he retired his plane he hand built an airplane, a personal plane, in his basement, and
like
then flew it around the world. Kit plane. He proceeded to fly that thing around the world too. Crazy. But he ended up retiring it to in, I think, Kansas, a museum in Kansas it sits now. But so yeah, my family is nothing but a bunch of, what would you call that, like nomads? Like we're constantly moving, constantly going somewhere, traveling. We're not sitting in one spot. And honestly, I've kind of, that too. I've honestly like felt that my entire life, because, you know, like I said, I'm from born in Jersey, lived in Pennsylvania, kind of grew up in Jersey, moved to Florida, moved to Indiana. Where will I go next? You know, well, what's next? You never know.
Somewhere. There's
Somewhere.
always something. I've heard that. Nope, never mind. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Draw. You had a brain fart.
Oh, all good. Like living, I would guess. I guess would you consider like East Coast, EST, the east side of the U.S. I've not really been out west. I think the furthest west I've been is Dallas, Texas, and that was for TFF, Texas Furry Fiesta. This March, we went this year. First time going to Texas. First time going to TFF. It was fun. Dallas was cool. Long drive, like 16 hours.
Texas is funny. I went to a place called Trump Burger. That was so
nice.
fun.
Oh my gosh, I love just that like redneck South, like yeehaw, like
they got
giant
guns
food.
buried under the ground so the ATF can't get to them.
Yep. Yeehaw! I love that so much.
Yeah.
I just like, cause I'm a nor'easter technically, but then I also lived down south for like half my life, so I say y'all now. So my lingo's all messed up. So I got to see a little bit of the north, a little bit of the south. Like I've got to see it all. Like with that, so I'm a mixture of both now, and it's funny. Like
I used to
seeing
have
that come out.
like the gnarliest like Wisconsin accent.
Yeah, what would that be?
They're like, oh, went up fishing up by Lake Winnebago, caught some
Oh
walleyes.
my god!
Fried up some wallies. Grab me a Miller Lite. Like very.
Oh my! I think that's a really funny. That's a really funny accent.
Yeah.
Like Jersey, you get the Joyzy. The Joyzy Shore. I never sounded like that. I hope. Jeez, I really hope. When I first moved to Florida, which was like 2012, I think 2013, somewhere in there, people said I had an accent when I was down there. I'm like, what do you mean? Y'all are saying y'all down here, like you got the accent.
You're broken, not me.
Yeah. But my accent like definitely mixed since I've lived in like two different parts of the U.S. for sure. And it pokes out sometimes too, depending on like what I say. Some things poke out like more Jersey or more PA related, and then some like the y'all is definitely something I picked up from Florida, and I can't like undo it now.
It gets a hold of you. It white knuckles your arm and it doesn't let go.
Exactly. Yes. Like what is that called? Like you get stuff put into your words or your lingo. Like I put LOL after a lot of my messages because then it like to me it's like it relieves any like tension to that message.
Oh, I do that too.
You know what I mean?
You know how many times I've openly will just say "lamau" like out loud?
Well, yeah, no, I do that. Not out loud. See, I don't do that out loud.
I'm so stupid.
I do a lot of my friends are like, oh, you pity laugh at a lot at people, and I'm like, yeah, I do, because it kind of just lightens the mood and it makes it so you know I heard you, and I'm like acknowledging that I heard you, and they're just like, why are you laughing? It's not funny. I'm like, no, like it's just I heard you, so I gotta make a noise to respond to you. So the laughing is how I do it.
Yeah, I do something very similar. I do not take care of myself. I purposefully, I don't know why. I think it's probably just some like trauma shit. I don't know, but I will purposefully like latch on to other people and make sure that they are okay.
Yeah.
So like 4 hours will go by and I'll be like, "Are you okay?
You good? Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm like, "If you weren't okay, would you tell me?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I'm just filling the void.
My gosh. No, that's fair. It's good to check up on people, though.
I
in
also
general.
pity laugh too. I also just laugh like not even
a lot.
Yeah, not even like haha. It's like full on like great ape like cackling like. Yes. It's good to laugh. Yeah, laughing.
Even at the like, little stupid things too. It's just great.
That's why I shit post on Twitter.
Yes. Yep.
I think
the
my
dream.
pinned tweet still to this day is just found out birds have cloacas. That shit sucks, man.
Wait, are you the original poster to that?
Yeah. No, not the
No.
original. But
Oh, okay.
because I think the original one is
seen
I
that
just heard about slavery. That shit sucks, man.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like, oh, I could probably work that around to make it furry.
Yeah.
Make it dumb.
Yeah. Make it furry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My blue sky is also just a constant shit post.
Somebody's got to do it.
I literally will just have posts where I just say random words that aren't real. I'll say like spliff and then just post it.
Yep. You're like, that's a banger. That's gonna do
like,
numbers.
That's funny, and then it's like no one looks at it. I'm like,
I have a blue sky. I literally check it like once a month. I don't like.
Yeah,
I'm still on Twitter.
I don't check my blue sky at all.
Yeah. I like if somebody tags me in something, I'll get like the pop-up notification, but that's like again like once a month maybe.
Yeah.
Like everyone's still on Twitter until they make Twitter like completely you have to pay for it. Everyone's still gonna stay on there.
Dog shit to use.
Yeah.
It's getting close, but
oh yeah.
It's still funny to see something like Elon Musk will say something and be like, "Lamau, you're stupid." People replying to it. See, I just said Lamau. Oh my god. I say it unironically because it's funny.
Yeah. I just do it a lot in Discord or like my messages, just to like, you know, like I said, just to let somebody know, like, oh, okay, I read what you said, or you know, I'm responding to you, but low effort. I guess is the way to put it.
Right. Well, now I feel like. Come on, brain. The cogs are spinning. Let's get the
Windows XP shutdown noise just happened.
I got dial-up playing in my head right now.
Yep. Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so interesting to listen to.
I was gonna say something, but I wasn't gonna end the podcast just yet. I was gonna say something and then I completely forgot what it was. Oh, you know what it was? You know, now that we have chatted, I always keep up to date with people. Unless another 4 years goes by of me just brain rotting, and I'm like, hey, it's been 4 years. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I love like jumping into a DM that I haven't talked to somebody in a while because they were like brought up. I was like, you know, I should say hi to them or check up on them. And I loved seeing the last DM was like from 2019 or something. I'm like, oh my god, it's been that long since I've talked to you. I'm like, wow. People you get busy. Things happen. Days go by.
Oh, I don't get busy. My brain just shuts down permanently, and I sit and rot in my bedroom. And I'm just like,
dude, each day feels like minutes at this point. Like I'm 26. Like it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Grandma said never grow up. Well, Grandma, so it's a little late for that. I can't help it.
And it sucks too, because when you're young, you're just like, I want to be an adult, and then you get to an adult, and you're like, what are taxes?
That exact noise. Yeah.
Why does eating this food make my stomach hurt?
Yeah.
Was this
doing
here yesterday?
Literally. Oh my gosh. It's
Man,
like
it's been crazy.
After like 21, I think it's like no more. Like there's you don't need to go. There's
16,
no other.
I was like,
fuck. Yeah. No, there's nothing after 21. You've hit that. Hey, you can drink alcohol achievement, and then you're done. Like there's nothing left except your midlife crisis.
Yeah. Man.
Oh man.
Great times.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about an hour and 8 minutes in.
Alrighty. Wow.
Yeah, time flies by fast.
It does, yeah.
When you just
Especially
talk about music for 30 minutes.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna have a really hard time making a title for this.
Music for 30 minutes, featuring RunningRiot 4798.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But definitely, yeah, I think this was a lot of fun. I will definitely keep in touch. I always do.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
I send random shit posts that I find.
Yes, always.
I think I follow you on Twitter, and I also think I follow you on Insta too.
Sweet, alright.
So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Keep up. You're super fun to talk to. Lot in common, I guess.
Yeah, I got that goblin energy.
Hell yeah. We love goblin friends.
I bring a sort of vibe to the function that makes people go lol.
Lol. I bring a sort of vibe to the function that makes people go, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. You know how many times it sucks too, because I suck at like reading the room, so I'll just say random shit. I'll be like, and they'll be like, yo, what is wrong with you? And I'll be like, I ruined
the muscle man cry. Like,
oh no, bro. Anyways.
Yes.
That's just kind of my shtick, though. I just kind of make funny noises.
You know who else makes funny noises? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Cool. Is there any way that you usually end the podcast here?
No, not particularly. If I can't think of anything else to talk to, I'll just talk about. I'll just be like, bye bye.
Bye. We just want to like repeat, say goodbye like 30 times.
Actually, I think we probably got. I think I might have something else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I will definitely keep in contact, though, because you're now at like the top priority of makers in my list. That and you seem chill. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, if you ever go to any cons at all, let me know. We'll like meet up.
Well, hopefully FWA. I'm not sure. I want to try to get a suit before I go to FWA.
Gotcha. I think that's what, April next year? Something like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to that one or not, but
something to the something. I will be going to Megaplex.
Hell yeah, I'll definitely be at Megaplex. That's my first, like I said, that's my first furry con, and that's like not my home con, but like it basically was. So we'll that's a yearly one that I feel like I have to be there because like I'm part of the Skulldog big Skulldog group, and I also, like I said, probably
that'd be fun to be a part of.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We actually have it. So if you are at the event a lot, if you're helping out, if you're volunteering with that event, you can actually become a host for one of the years. So it's basically just, stick around the community, make yourself known in the sense of like helping out others and like, volunteering for rather that specific event or whatnot, and you might become a host one year. So that's going back to like the Bastille passing the torch sort of thing. Like Lufer is going to be basically the main host of this event to help organize everything.
Right.
But like I was one of the hosts this year. Now the other years we'll have like other hosts. Like we had I think Pokey is one of the volunteers. And there was a couple other Skulldogs there that were like volunteers and also hosts or side hosts.
Yeah, I like the guy who pulled out a flintlock pistol and the entire crowd went silent. That was so funny. I was like, that wasn't it, Chief.
They're like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, it's basically like a kind of like an open thing, but you just gotta, they're not just gonna like pick a random person from the crowd and be like, all right, you're host, you gotta like be around a bit. Yeah. Not like a raffle system where they're like, all right, we're gonna pull you out of a hat, you run this bitch next year. And they're like, oh.
I don't even think I could host it. That sounds like a lot of work.
It was. There was a lot that went into this.
Just
a lot of money
in the background.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. That's kind of me too. I don't like being up on stage and talking to people for too long. Like I'll introduce myself like I did. I'll like talk for a moment, but I'm not gonna sit there and talk a long time because I feel like kind of awkward just doing that. And I know Lufer can like speak to a crowd better, I guess is the way to put it. So I did that when I hosted the previous year as well with Bastille and Fictive. I know everybody loves to hear Bastille speak and, be Bastille. And I was like, all right, I'll introduce myself and I'll kind of just sit in the background here and I'll let you talk because I'm not great at that. So up in front of like a big group of people, it's like, ooh, it's like that fear of like, if you ever did elementary school like plays or anything like that, if they ever forced you into any of that, or like chorus, where you had to get up on stage and be in front of all those parents and other students.
I don't know why, but
like,
when it came to music, I never got it. If it was just social speaking, though, I'd be like,
yeah,
shoot me.
Yeah, like they, at least in my elementary school, they forced us to rather be in chorus or band. I chose chorus because I didn't want to like do anything. I was kind of like lazy, so I was like, yeah, I'll just fake singing or whatever. And I should have chose band, to be honest. I would, but they didn't really have guitar, so I didn't really care.
Yeah, that's not that kind of band.
Yeah, no.
I will say I was an orchestra kid, so I played cello and like violin and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I played band
like
because I love saxophone. It's such a fun. There was the one guy at Megaplex who's just sitting out in the main area just playing saxophone all day.
Yes, him and the piano guy. They both like had some like really good like songs they were doing. We would take that escalator a lot, and they were just sitting there doing music.
That piano was just like there was a line.
For that piano. People just getting in line ready to play it.
Yeah.
That's
I sat down and listened to some of it. I was like, yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. Oh no, whoever was doing it that one day was like, it was great. It was like nice, like music.
Yeah, I have to like autistically just like focus really hard whenever I hear music. I'm like, is that note flat? Is that note sharp?
Yeah. You'll have like your ears will perk up and like you're like, is that this song? I had that happen. We went on a cruise to the Bahamas earlier this year, and there was a like the violinist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they were playing a Metallica song on the violins, and I kind of like I was mid conversation with one of our buddies, and I was like, wait, hold on, and I like kind of like held my finger up, and I was like, they're playing like this song by Metallica, and I'm like, what? That's so cool. So I like kind of like walked towards that area, and we just kind of sat there and listened from there. So this is one of those things that it clicks. It's like, oh, I know that song, or like, oh, I know that riff, or like that tone. We're back to music again. Damn it.
I'm just gonna caption this music and more music.
Music and more music.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I also think like they're like the furries that bring like their guitars out there.
I couldn't do that, man. TSA scares me.
Oh yeah. That's just fun though. Like them just like sitting out there just in their suit with hand paws or not, and just sitting there like playing the guitar. I'm like, that's so fun, and I would love to do that, but I'm not that good at it anymore.
See, that's the thing that I would want to do. Like, I would enjoy doing that, because guitar is my stim.
Yeah.
That's how I stim super hard. But another thing, too, because I've obviously, with the big list of makers I've been following and stuff, I've always had to, I have this one thing that I would like to do, and no one will do it. And it was just, I wanted to be able to have, like, a slit in, like, the paws where I can put my actual fingers through. So I can play guitar.
What are they called? There's a specific name for them, but yes, I know exactly what you mean, and I actually commissioned a pair of hand paws with them at one point, but you know the person never made them, so I got a refund on them. But that was an option that they had, was a finger. I guess finger slits is the right word. Like you stick your fingers through. Yes, I absolutely would love that. But I also have like bone arms, so I have these gloves that I wear that I can still use my phone with. Right. And they're also they're like resin claws, but I'm actually getting sewn like cloth bone arms that'll go up about like a little bit past my elbow. So those I think I'm gonna have like finger slits in, so I can like pop my hands out and like use my phone and stuff.
I gotta commission you. What the hell?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I love doing Skulldogs.
I love. I didn't know what to say, so I just said gibberish.
No. Yes.
I'll make sure to keep in touch though, because that's I always forget to. I felt really bad because Sherbert was a lot of fun to talk to, and I just didn't talk to them for 4 years, and I was like, should I message them, ask how they're doing?
No, that's completely fair. Like, I've done videos with Bakari Rue before, and I actually made a Skulldog video with them, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 years ago at this point.
I love Bakari. They're so nice.
Picari is such a sweetheart. Oh my god.
They'd be awesome to have on the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. I will, like, if you ever wanted to get them on, I'll see if I can, like, message them about it.
So funny enough, I'd actually have emailed them. I don't know if they ever read it, though.
She's, like, not doing YouTube content too much anymore, because she's, like, moved on doing, like, she has, like, a business she runs, Burabadu, I think? Like, the t-shirt, sticker, she's doing, like, that stuff now. Like, merch stuff more than, YouTube stuff, because like I've kept in contact with her since I've done like those videos with her.
Right.
And like she went through like a rough patch for 1 year. I won't like super get into details, but she basically kind of like slowed down on YouTube. I think she did upload this year at least a couple times, but it's definitely not. It's like on the back burner sort of thing for her now. But no, she's super sweet. I love her. I'd love to meet her in real life, like at a con in Australia or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like my dream episode of this podcast would have to be in real life, and it would be Uncle Kage.
Oh my god, dude! Seeing him at Anthrocon,
I want to be in his wine stream.
Oh my god, seeing him at Anthrocon just walk around is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he'll just be like walking down the street, headed to the con center, and he's like right next to you, and you're like, oh hey man, what's up? He's like, beautiful day, and he's walking along there with Ronnie Noodles as well, like his buddy, like that yellow and red noodle dragon. Yeah, they're both like super funny. So
that would definitely be a dream episode though. Like do it in person, hook up mics, drink wine.
There's some dude. Yeah, absolutely. There's some dude at Philadelphia. You have to like look at like the Philadelphia tag somewhere. Mm-hmm. They ended up doing like an IRL podcast thing where they had like 2 mics set up in the middle of the con floor sort of thing. It was kind of like not a janky setup, but it actually sounded pretty good. And they just were like interviewing furries. Like they'd come to the table and sit and talk.
Oh yeah, the like 3 dudes, long. They started it off by doing a shot of Fireball.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
I thought that was such like a funny idea. So
those guys were.
Did you see the one of the, I don't know, are you into like cars at all?
I will say at Megaplex, I know nothing about cars. I never learned how to drive.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Funny enough, I actually learned how to fly a plane before I learned how to drive.
No way! Oh, that's awesome.
So
dude, I would love to learn to fly a plane.
Oh, it's easy.
Like I said, my grandpa like built and flew his own airplane. Mm-hmm. Ever since, well, he was 19 when he started flying, but like, I would love to learn to like fly and like do aviation and like have my pilot's license and stuff. Like that'd be so fun.
Yeah, flying's fun.
I guess my biggest worry with it. Yeah, no. I guess my biggest worry with it is like I'm going to miss something or something's going to go wrong and then it's over. Like I'm done. Like it's like I could die, you know. Like that's what worries me. Mm-hmm. But there's like a lot. I know there's a lot of checks you got to do with like going over the plane and like making sure everything's in line and check, you know, everything's running well.
We're gonna stop you, the airplane police. They're gonna pull you over.
No, I mean more like the plane working itself, not like you gotta be up to code, you know. No, like
that would suck
making
if you're 10,000 feet in the air and all of a sudden you just have engine failure. You're like,
yeah, no, literally, that's what I mean, yeah. Because that's one thing my grandpa always told me is like he had to like double, triple check everything every time he would go out to fly just to make sure. So
going back to the car meet though, I went to the car meet with my friend Cad and my friend Rody, and because Rody had I forget what car it was, he had a car at the meet and there were people taking pictures with it. Funny enough, his car got like destroyed in the hurricane.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Because they just had 2 hurricanes down there, like just a few weeks ago,
and he just posted this video of his car like in like knee deep water. He's just like,
oh my god, my car. Oh,
it was really funny,
dude.
But no. So I know nothing about cars. So during the entire car meet, I would just look at people's car and goes, oh wow, a car. Haven't seen one of those before.
Oh wow. Dude, that is literally like the car spectrum.
The entire time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is the car spectrum. Like, so for me, my dad was a truck driver is a mechanic for diesel and like normal. So I grew up in a shop, I grew up in a garage, I grew up learning how to work on vehicles, how to point out different vehicle like names, titles, like what it is, the years, the models. I'm very autistic with that, I guess is the way to put it.
That's your tism?
Yes, that's the tism. That's one of my tisms. But I don't know where I was really going with this. But yeah, I like car stuff. Car stuff is fun. Car stuff is cool. I very much enjoy like old cars.
What's that meme of the guy holding the deer leg and he goes, "This right here's your topinator."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see what else. Like, I think just like the car stuff in general, like, is super fun, and that's also fun, like at furry cons too, like all the car meets that's been happening.
I will say I did laugh really hard at the one guy who brought his electric car. I forget which one it was, but no one gave a shit about it, and he just starts.
Was it a Cybertruck?
No, it wasn't a Tesla or anything like that. It was
like a hybrid.
Some like. It wasn't even hybrid, it was full electric, but it was just some odd brand. I was not aware of it because I just don't know anything about cars, but no one was interested in it.
No.
And he like gets into his car like really defeated. He starts to drive off.
Oh man.
And my friend Kat is going, rev it, as he's leaving.
No, dude, I hate how electric cars sound because you can't hear them up until they're like 5 foot behind you. They sound like literal like UFOs, and I'm like, oh, like, ugh, like something just feels off about it to me.
I remember seeing the first Tesla in like my hometown and be like, oh no.
Literally, like on the way home, the Cybertruck pulled up like right behind me. I'm like, ha, funny. Like, they just look so silly.
They do look really goofy. Halo Warthog looking fucking vehicle.
Literally, dude. Oh my gosh, the Warthogs look better. What are you kidding? I also love Halo. I don't know if you get the name reference. Like RunningRiot. That's the 15-player kill streak on Halo.
Oh, really?
Like, that's what my name's from originally. This is an Xbox gamer tag that I've kept for years.
I will say, just like with Sergal Sonas, any of friends that I've had that played Halo were just like not fun people to talk to.
Oh damn! No, I played the fuck out of Reach. Like Halo Reach.
I think I played Halo 2, which was the broken one.
The broken one. I actually don't know if I've ever like played through that one. I definitely played Firefight, like the fighting part where you're like killing all the Covenant with my friend like on their Xbox when I was little, but I don't think I've ever played through it.
I was an autistic kid who just played Call of Duty all day. I was like,
Call of Duty. Yeah. No, I'm definitely like a Pokemon and Halo person.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I was also the kid that was like, fuck your mom, huh? So, I was a dumb kid.
Oh my gosh. No, I definitely I was that Xbox user with the Halo buddies that, you never talk with ever again because that was their last time getting on and you never knew it. You know that meme where it's like, this is your last time talking to your Halo buddy online.
Yep. Like 9 years ago.
Yes,
you're like,
dude, literally, that's me. That's so me. But yeah, no,
I'm
I
kind of a fake
love
gamer.
Halo.
I really don't play games that much anymore. I'll hop on like VR chat and just like bullshit. But like,
no, I can absolutely agree. Like, to me, there's like no good games out anymore. Like, I love Elden Ring.
I'll find a game that is so fun and I love playing it, and then I'll get my friends into it, and then they'll play it for like a day and then never touch it ever again. I'm like,
never again.
Assholes.
See, I've been playing like Elden Ring. I fucking love Elden Ring or any like Souls game. I'm terrible at them, but I love them.
I can't get into
I bought the DLC. Like, I love it. But that's really the only thing I've been playing, minus like every Tuesday I play like Baldur's Gate with some friends, and I'll play like VR chat every once in a while, but there's just like nothing good.
I love hanging out in VR chat.
I don't know.
That's so much fun.
It is fun, yeah. We do meetups like every so often. If you're like in my server at all, and you want to get pinged for the VR chat stuff, like absolutely feel free to join us. It's for like everybody.
Oh shit.
So they're super fun. We'd like literally let anybody like come on in, and obviously it's all like all safe for work and whatnot, but it's like everybody's there. Dang it!
No horny on main? What the hell?
Damn! Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I don't know, just like, it just feels like recently, like, I'm very, like, bored of any games that are out, or just like there's nothing that piques my interest enough to want to dump like $60+ on a game that's not gonna like be even like around for the next month or two, you know, if that makes sense.
I've been really into Ready or Not. That game is so much fun.
I think I have played that. One. Yes, we have played that one.
4.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yes. It's super funny because you like literally like shoot somebody in the toe and then die. Like it's so
That or if you play multiplayer, you hit your friends with a helmet check and just shoot them in the
Yes.
head.
Oh my god.
Helmet check.
It's like Rainbow Six Siege, but like even more like you're dead instantly.
I love Ready or Not. It's
good.
so much fun. I like playing with friends who take the game way too seriously, and they get pissy at me after I put like my 8th C2 charge on a door.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, bro.
Dude, honestly, I'm terrible with that game because it's like if they're not highlighted in red showing that they're the enemy, I will dome you. Like you will be dead, and I won't even think twice about like mag dumping. Yeah, no, it's so funny. You're like, oh shit, that was my teammate. Oops. And they're just in the VC like, God damn it! Like, why did you do that? It's so good. I need to play that again with the group. Oh my gosh.
I'm down. Invite me.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's not like what, up to 4 players, something like that.
It is, unless you mod.
See, modding has been fun.
I have it so it's 16 players max, so it's just a fucking platoon going in.
I feel like half the team would die because of the team. Oh my
It's so funny.
It sounds amazing.
Tossing a flashbang, it bounced off the door. Oh.
Man, it feels like I'm returning from the Static X concert. That's all I hear. Oh my god.
Man. Well, anyways, I think that about does it. We're a minute 31, or what minute? We're an hour 31 in. Yeah, it's been a minute. Can you believe it?
Oh, can you believe it? Just a week away.
So if you want to drop your socials.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is RunningRiot4798. I'm sorry. RunningRiot4798 on literally every platform. Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. Blue Sky, what are the other ones out there? Twitch, YouTube, Discord. I actually don't have a WhatsApp.
That's okay, no one does.
What else? Etsy, TikTok, Facebook, Furfinity, Tumblr, Patreon, any website you can think of. That is my name on there. I keep it all the same to make it easy.
Can we be friends on MySpace?
No. Aww, what did you sound like
MySpace.
Peter Griffin there?
Peter,
you gotta make a MySpace. I'm terrible with that.
Peter, the horse is here.
Dude, every time Fiona
I did that to Fiona. I walked up to Fiona at Megaplex and went, Peter, the horse is here.
Oh my god.
And then I watched them do a push-up competition with my buddy Score. That was really funny.
Oh my gosh, how?
I think Score lost. It was.
That's crazy.
Scores in the Navy, which makes it way funnier.
That is super, super funny.
Anyways.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll definitely make sure to shout you out in comments and stuff. I'll friend you on Steam and stuff like that.
Yeah,
usual.
Yeah, absolutely.
I receive what is it? You receive a great conversation. I receive clout.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, that meme. That's so good.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you very much, Ryan, for taking the time out of your very busy schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this was super fun. Thanks for contacting me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you all so much for listening to the 5th episode of Smokestop Podcast. This is going to be making a comeback. Or at least I hope so, unless I forget about it again, which happens sometimes.
Just do one podcast a year.
One podcast? Yeah. Anyways. This has been Stony Hyena, and this has been the Smokestop Podcast with Running Riot, and it's been a pleasure